What's going on, everyone? What's going on? This is your man, Real Deal, Steele, coming to you live on a special after hours stream on a late Monday night, technically early Tuesday, but I don't count Tuesday until I wake up the next day. I don't know about you guys. So for all intents and purposes, this is a late after hours Monday night special edition late stream of Steele Live. What's going on, guys? Good to see you. Who do we got up in the chat tonight? We've got Batman versus Deadpool. We've got Hector the Dude, Dogecoin tweet, Victor Mendez, Larry Ramirez. Of course, the Dogecoin Dolphin, Robbie Gilchrist coming in. We've got, who else? Bang Stun. Everybody bang stun tonight. We got Lil Bell and so much more. Good to see you guys. If I could ask you to just smash that like button before we get started, it really does help. So if you could just take a split second to do that, really appreciate it. And if you're new here, I'd like to encourage you to subscribe and join our awesome community. Of course, at any time throughout this show, if you feel compelled to super chat, feel free to ask me whatever questions or comments that you like. That's obviously hugely appreciated for my time and efforts. Vampire Kangaroo, Scott, welcome, guys. Welcome all. Definitely got some interesting stuff to talk about tonight. Got some funny stuff to talk about tonight, quite frankly. And we're just going to kind of freestyle and see where it goes. So feel free to get activated, get lively in that chat. Feel free to get completely activated in your participation. I will be watching the chat very avidly, very closely tonight, and paying attention to what you guys have to say in addition to the topics being covered. So yeah, at the top of it all, this one comes courtesy of a news outlet. I often find myself referencing, and a name that I quite find whimsical and that I enjoy saying, and that is Bazinga. And the title of this article is Elon Musk teases Tesla cars can render Dogecoin when coming across the Shiba Inu. This story just broke, literally was posted a few minutes ago, courtesy of Bazinga. Elon Musk teased that the electric vehicle makers' cars can render the meme cryptocurrency Dogecoin when it comes across a Shiba Inu dog. What happened? Musk was responding on Twitter to a post from a Tesla Model 3 owner who noted that the Tesla Vision self-driving system can see dogs. It was reported in May that Tesla had abandoned the radar in favor of a camera-based autopilot system for its vehicles, calling the update Tesla Vision. Musk also responded with laughter emojis to an image on Twitter that showed Apex cryptocurrency Bitcoin asking other major cryptocurrencies whether Dogecoin is quote-unquote still there among the top 10 virtual assets. And that meme was brought to us by our friend Sir Doge of the Coin. Of course, Sir Doge of the Coin. We had Sir Doge of the Coin on the show just last week, our Irish friend. And so Elon Musk responding to a meme from Sir Doge of the Coin. Again, Sir Doge of the Coin finding his memes landing on Elon Musk's radar just a short time ago. So that is some funny stuff. So why does this matter? Well, Dogecoin's rise to prominence this year is a major part due to Musk's enthusiasm, but not exclusively by any means. I want to make that very clear. Elon's comments last month that his pet Shiba Inu will be named Floki. That one actually sent the prices of Dogecoin sending, but it also ended up reverberating to the Shiba Inu token accidentally. And then, of course, what happened? Somebody went out and created a Floki token like instantaneously to take advantage and capitalize of that, because that's the world we're living in right now, folks. I just thought that was funny. Let me see what you guys are saying in the chat. Batman versus Deadpool, thanks for starting things off with a super chat. First super chat of the night. Batman versus Deadpool for $2. A nice dancing Shiba Inu super sticker. Super sticker. All right, next story here. This comes courtesy of Bitcoinist.com. Bitcoinist.com. Serious jokes, meme coins are now worth $33 billion, and Dogecoin leads that pack. This article goes on to say meme coins like Dogecoin have gained increasing popularity over the last year. Bets have placed on internet jokes are now as common as one placing sports bets. With each passing day, more meme coins flood the market, most destined for a rug pull that will see the coin crash and burn. Actually, I don't disagree with that. That is the case most of the time. Never to be seen or heard from again. This is something I've talked quite a bit about. But some of these meme coins have held on. Coins like Dogecoin experience continued support despite immense price crash the coin has seen. Well, again, the immense price crash is not just significant and exclusive to Dogecoin. This is an entire market situation. In fact, if you look at the per capita increase over the last year, percentage of market value increase between Ethereum and Bitcoin and Dogecoin, still, even at its current value, where it's sitting right now, has still, by percentage, made more gains than both Bitcoin and Ethereum have over the last year. So again, this is all about perspective. It's all about getting a full perspective on the big picture before you purport or assert any strong opinions. I think that's the most responsible thing to do when it comes to the cryptocurrency in general, really. Anyway, back to the article here. Interesting to note that most of Dogecoin and the meme coin growth has happened in the span of 1 year, with some meme coins growing as mochas 2,500% in a single day. This means that crypto jokes are no longer just jokes. Jokes are now worth money in the crypto space. Well, yes. No shit, Sherlock. But anyway, it is good to see. It is still fascinating to see articles written about this now on a regular basis. Nevertheless, so the article goes on to say it kind of go into the rise of Dogecoin. Dogecoin itself is the definition of a meme coin. The coin started as a joke by two developer friends. They never expected it to go anywhere. It was memes and jokes to the community. The icon for Dogecoin is Shiba Inu. But this did not detour ardent supporters like Elon Musk. Let's see here. The article resolves with this. Going off the popularity of Doge, coins like Shiba Inu and SafeMoon followed, growing tremendously in short periods of time. The entirety of the meme coin market cap sits at $33 billion. And that's just for meme coins, you guys. With Dogecoin contributing, now get this, out of the $33 billion estimated to be circulating, to be in strictly what is being considered the meme coin market within cryptocurrency, Dogecoin contributes to about 28 billion of that 33 billion market cap. So, while other coins seem to be doing good going off of the fact that they are, memes or jokes, they are far, 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 far away behind Doge. So, whenever you see these meme coins that always purport to be the next Dogecoin, a fat chance, my friend, fat chance. So the second highest market cap coin after that would be the Sheeb coin, but that is a very distant second, coming in a little bit under 4 billion. According to CoinGecko, there's 55 meme coins active, vibrantly active, in the top end of the market, and only 19%, and only 19 out of those have a market capitalization that's even currently listed. So let me see what's going on in chat. Have you seen millions of tokens created by tech lead YouTubers? Have you seen millions? Have you seen millions token created by tech lead? No, I haven't looked into millions token. I don't know anything about it. So it's millions looks interesting. I could spend some of my upcoin gains to buy a little. Ghost says, I recently did purchase some upcoin. I purchased some upcoin yesterday, and I purchased a little bit today. And I'm not really in a position to be spending anything right now. So what I did is I rolled over some of just a little bit of a few different small investments I had in some SHIT coins in order to buy some upcoin, simply because if not for anything else, I think upcoin has a good chance of doing pretty well long term, simply, if not anything else, simply because of the man who is at the helm of that project, my friend Upshad, who I find to be a remarkably likable, upstanding guy and hardworking. And so, honestly, just even based on that alone, I know some folks have mixed feelings about that project because the primary utility of upcoin is tipping, and people say, well, tipping's always supposed to be in this big, strong part of Dogecoin's utility. Well, it still is, but the truth is a lot of people don't really tip a lot with Dogecoin anymore, unfortunately. Now, it may get back to that. And, I thought about it a little bit more. And, I empathize with people that were echoing that sentiment to me when I posted something about supporting upcoin today. And I just want to be clear, I don't personally perceive upcoin to be like a replacement for tipping with Doge. I don't see it as a direct competitor on any significant level to Dogecoin at all. I don't see it as a threat to Dogecoin at all. I see it as a smaller project wherein there's potential to make some good money and some good gains if by getting in early. And most importantly, what have I said when it comes down to it with a BSC project? Do you trust the quarterback? Do you like and trust the person or people behind the project? Well, for me, with Upshot, I do. So it's kind of that simple on why I think it's personally, I think it's a pretty good small investment to hedge my bets on, and why I support it, honestly. So, did you get your free Space Jams NFT today, Steven Steele? I did not, but I would love to get a free Space Jams NFT. I don't know how do I go about doing it. I don't know how I go about doing it. I don't know any of this the Space Jam NFT business that you speak of, sir. Another interesting thing. So, despite obviously the whole market being down, Dogecoin being down, I think something of notable mention, despite the state of Dogecoin in terms of where are we at now. We're trading in around a little over 20 cents right now. eToro has been learning that their Dogecoin marketing efforts have been much more effective and profitable over Bitcoin ads, over their Bitcoin ads. So to me, this is a testament as to how important branding, right, and the perception of that brand continues to be in this industry. So despite this bear market that we're finding ourselves in, the trading volume actually for Dogecoin is incredibly robust, so despite a depressed and stagnated market value for Dogecoin, the fact that the trading volume is so high compared to most any cryptos on the market through all of this, to me, is a hugely good sign, a tremendously good sign. To me, this signals that once the next bull run begins to kick in, that Dogecoin is going to hit that ground running, you see. To me, that's what that is a good indicator of. Let me see what's going on in the chat here. Ghost of Daniel says, cryptos are like stocks, upcoin, just a new opportunity for gains. Doesn't even have to touch Dogecoin's market cap and you'll still make great profit. Ghost of Daniel, that is really well stated. And honestly, I really couldn't have said it better myself, Ghost of Daniel. I think that's really good reasoning, and in part has been my reasoning with this. And I think that you summed that up really, really nicely there, Ghost. Dogecoin is Pokemon of crypto. Yeah, I can see that. There's some truth to that. Robbie says, put the Doge price up, man. What are you doing? Yeah, I'll put it up in a minute, Robbie. I'll get a chart up there for you. So what else do I got here? Kind of to dovetail what I was talking about before. We are learning that now we're seeing more metrics. We're able to see more data and more metrics as to the significance of how a coin is rolled out, the significance of its branding, the significance of its not only obviously its the significance of its perception, but the significance of its branding specifically, the way it's marketed, what it's called, what's the logo. I mean, these things are, people may think this is rather silly to obsess over this kind of thing in regards to a cryptocurrency, but, we have the numbers and the metrics to prove now just how important this is to new investors, right? New investors. Now we are seeing that Dogecoin is essentially out trading both Bitcoin and Ethereum on many platforms right now. And we are also seeing that the new investors coming into platforms like eToro, platforms like Robinhood, etc., they are veering more towards Dogecoin. They are veering more towards Ethereum, and they are veering increasingly less towards Bitcoin. Now, do I think Bitcoin is a thing of the past? But do I think it will soon be a relic? No, I don't. I do not. I think it's going to be still the granddaddy for quite some time. But what we are seeing enough data now that gives us enough clues into a general direction of future investors' habits, right? And the future investors' habits and the new investors' habits seem to be trending much more strongly towards a Dogecoin over a Bitcoin. And I only have reason to believe so far that this is only going to continue and continue to be the trajectory, and not just a bubble or phenomenon. Dogecoin has been around since 2013. This isn't a fly-by-night cryptocurrency. This is something that's been in the making and in a number of ways for the last 8+ years, right, guys? So Batman versus Deadpool says, still waiting for your coin, Steven. I don't know if I feel compelled to make a coin right now. It's something I have considered, something I have talked to one developer about just a little bit, a couple messages back and forth. That's about it. But to me, if I were to embark on a project like that, the things that would be most important to me would be that it be done as ethically and fair, and just be as ethically as solid of a project that I could possibly make it, before I took any further steps to even bring it to market. So I am still kind of conceptualizing if I were to take that sort of step, what that would look like, how that would shape up. But it's not something that I'm feeling an immediate priority right now. Right now, I'm comfortable really focusing, and as far as when I talk about cryptocurrency anyway, just really helping Doge as much as I can within my sphere of influence, and then also explore other projects along the way. But it is something I'm keeping in the back of my mind, guys. It is something I'm keeping in the back of my mind. Toaster strudels with Hershey chocolate syrup is amazing as Doge, Drew says. That sounds very, what's the word I'm looking for? Not delicate. I'm looking for a word, indulgent. It sounds very indulgent to me. Maybe that was the word I'm looking for, but yeah, that sounds very rich, very indulgent, but very good. So let's see here. I'm just working on bringing in a chart for a couple of you guys here. Okay. So we'll do that momentarily here. There we are. And just as I suspected, we're just at about 20.5 cents. I don't see that changing really for the rest of the night. But there you have it. Let's see. Let's get to the next story I have here. And feel free to chime in at any time, guys. Anytime with any questions or comments. Please feel free to be as participatory as you'd like. I noticed that I'm kind of reviewing some of Elon's replies here recently, and they are pretty amusing. Elon responded with applause emojis to who is this guy? Rogozin, who's a top Russian kind of titan of industry, and the tweet says, I hope that someday our billionaire oligarchs will start spending their money not on regular yachts and Vanity Fairs, but to the development of space technologies and knowledge about space. Well, who does that sound like? Who does that sound like that? We know that sounds a lot like Elon Musk, doesn't it? Sounds a lot like Elon. So Elon responding to that. Another thing that Elon said was pretty funny. Loki, that's his new Shiba Inu pet for his family. Loki is pretty good. Basically live action Rick and Morty with a long romance arc is how he's describing his experience with his new pet Loki. And I responded something to that. I forget what it was. I was like kind of out of it when I responded to it. Let's see what I responded. Oh, I responded with a meme that I made. With the the Unity arms locking, except someone made one instead of just the two guys arms locking or hands locking in Unity. Someone made one with 5 different arms doing that same thing, and I labeled each one of those arms: 1 Dogecoin devs, 1 Billy Marcus, 1 Ethereum devs, 1 Elon, 1 Vitalik Buterin, and the center focus of Unity marked Floki. So I thought that was a decent meme on my part, I suppose. Let's see what's going on here. So CNBC reports cryptocurrency trading volume plunges as interest wanes following Bitcoin drop. Trading volumes at the largest exchanges, including Coinbase, Kraken, Binance, Bitstamp, fell more than 40% in June. Wow, guys, this is bearish for sure. In June, the price of Bitcoin hit a monthly low of 28,908. A daily volume maximum of 138.2 billion was down 42.3% from the intra-month high of May. Cryptocurrencies are in a big summer slump as they navigate a 2-month correction period following a string of negative stories, which we've talked about. This has been a culmination of a lot of unfortunate narratives, honestly. In June, the price of Bitcoin hit a monthly low at 28,908. Oof. According to the report, and ended the month down in 6%. A daily volume maximum of 138.2 billion on June 22nd was down 42.3% for an intra-month high of May. The report pointed to China as a major catalyst, according to Reuters, which reported it earlier in May. China is the latest of many efforts over the years to crack down on the cryptocurrency industry and have had a greater impact than ever before. Investors and experts in crypto still see a long-term positive trend for Bitcoin and others. So, what do I still make of this? Well, I think it's important. Firstly, the thing that comes to mind, you guys. First thing that comes to mind when I read a story like this is volume is still higher than what it was 1 year ago. Okay, volume is still higher than what it was just 1 year ago. So, despite these dramatic drops in our trading volumes, we are still sitting at much higher than we were last year by volume. So volumes, even though they have plunged in June on almost every exchange, overall volumes are still incredibly higher, magnitudes greater than where they were 1 year ago today. Okay, so again, to reference my good friend Upshot, when in doubt, zoom out. So even though we are in a bear chapter, even though we're seeing the entire market kind of take a dive here, kind of plunder, it is important to keep in mind that compared to a year ago today, our volume and the overall market is exponentially higher, you guys, exponentially higher. So at the end of the day, that's what matters, right? Where is the overall market compared to a year ago today? It's like the old saying that politicians used to say when running for re-election or running for to be elected. Ask yourself, are you better off now than you were 4 years ago? Well, I think that's a good thing to kind of ask yourself when it comes to crypto. Are you better off now than you were 1 year ago, folks? Are you better off now than you were 1 year ago? And overall, unless you're investing exclusively in shitcoins or something like that, almost everybody can give a resounding yes. Yes, of course. Of course we are better off than we were 1 year ago. Imagine your average Ethereum investor from 1 year ago, your average Bitcoin investor from 1 year ago, your average Dogecoin. Imagine those kind of margins from 1 year ago. Even your average VeChain, your average Tron, your average, take your pick of the top 50, top 100, really. So June volume still ranks, you guys, in the top 5 months of volume ever recorded. When we look back to just our last June here, which is considered a bear market, it's considered a bear market comparatively to where we came out of. Yes, the level of retracement and correction has been severe. It has been severe. But even at that, the volume of June still ranks in the top 5 months of volume ever recorded. Think about that. Think about that. So while this drop is steep, it's almost an unfair comparison. When we saw in May the highest volumes ever recorded, but that was due to an unprecedented level of liquidation events. So there's a lot to be optimistic about. Sometimes it's easy to lose sight of it when you're in it every day and things aren't going in the direction constantly that you want them to go to. But compared to where things were a year ago, even 6 months ago, everything's way up, folks. Everything's way up. In regard to Bitcoin, for example, a positive set of news from the derivatives market is that the Bitcoin options put to call ratio is now sitting at 0.60 from a high of 0.65 back in June. We're seeing under the impression now, when you zoom out, things are much less bearish overall. We are in a much less bearish trajectory still in the grand scheme of things. Bankstun says lots of paper hands. People still new to crypto haven't gained trust in crypto. Gain the trust crypto deserves. They will buy back eventually. Yeah, I think there's truth to that. Welcome to the show, Mama Crypto. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the big show. Let's see what else I got on the roster here. So I've had a funny little exchange, something that I came across on Twitter that I didn't even know was a thing. I didn't even know this was a thing, you guys. And I posted about it in jest. And the caption I put with the video that I posted, and I posted a recording of a TikTok of this girl who since has been identified to me through several of you who were familiar with her name and her content. I was not. I'm not a big TikTok consumer overall or participant. It's nothing against it. I see the appeal. It's just not my bag. But I reposted it with the caption, "Okay, I changed my mind. I think I do support a crypto TikTok ban." And Doge Boy, we actually had him on here the night before last. Great kid. And he's very active on TikTok. So he was a great guest to have on here to discuss what was seeming to be a huge crypto crackdown on TikTok. But according to Doge Boy and looking into it more, that this was this crackdown is much more specifically targeted than initially thought. So it's not a ban on crypto. It's more of a ban on specific kinds of marketing techniques in relation to rug pulls and more scam-oriented financial endeavors, which is I can only assume to be a good thing. We'll see how it plays out going forward. But that's how it was explained to me through Dogeboy, who's much more entrenched in this world than I am. Anyway, my point is, I came across this video and it made me laugh because it's this very confident, attractive young woman talking about the immediate future of Doge going through the rest of the month. And the first part of the video seemed like some very basic, rudimentary kind of assertions and technical analysis, which seemed perfectly normal. And then it took a sideways turn. And she says, I'm listening to the video right now because I just can't do it justice. She says exactly, she says, and on the 23rd of this month, Venus will be squaring Doge's Mercury. Venus will be squaring Doge's Mercury. I'm your Venus. I'm your fire, your desire. That is a song from a 60s psych rock band called The Shocking Blue. It's a really cool song, and it was repopularized again in the 1980s by a girl group called The Bangles. The Bangles. And the Bangles did a pretty nice job with it too. Anyway, back to what this girl was talking about. She said, the 23rd, she's saying this like she's like her tenor and her tone in this. She's saying it as if she's this is very factual information. Like she's like she's reporting the weather. She says, "Oh yeah, on the 23rd, Venus will be squaring Dogecoin's Mercury," which looks like further possible good news. Which looks like further possible good news. How is that further possible good news? And I'm sorry, because I know a few of you are probably really into astrology. And I'm not trying to be insulting. And please understand, I'm covering this I'm just in good fun. This is good-natured ribbing, good-natured fun. But no matter what your opinions are on astrology, I would implore you, please do not put too much weight on content creators who are intertwining astrology with crypto predictions and technical analysis. I don't see this as a wise or sage course of action for your investments and your investment strategy. So I had a little fun. I took the clip of this and I spliced myself with a short clip of it afterwards, with me taking a long drink of water and then just saying, seriously? So then in the comments, folks said, oh, that's blah, blah. She's quite popular. And I looked on her Twitter and took a quick look at her TikTok. She's an extremely popular content creator, and she primarily focuses on cryptocurrency and astrology, both. And she's seems to be a very bold, ambitious young woman. She's got 87,000 followers and rapidly counting on Twitter, and a lot of her material is her in bikinis and things of this nature, which is, work it if you got it, right? But, let's be honest here. There is a different standard being applied to somebody's legitimacy in this field when you look good in a bikini versus someone who perhaps is just your average bloke. Let's just be honest here, folks. Let's be honest. I don't think that her large following that she has amassed is predominantly and overwhelmingly due to her technical analysis and accuracy of cryptocurrency predictions. Put it that way. It doesn't hurt if you're wearing thongs and bikinis every other day and posting that stuff as well. Let's just be honest here, folks. But I have to say, now I have just been learning of this subculture within cryptocurrency, which combines astrology along with crypto. And you guys, I can't endorse this. I just have to be honest. I can't endorse this approach. I have to say it definitely takes infotainment to the next level in terms of how it incorporates cryptocurrency. So just as long as you are ingesting this sort of material with that frame in mind, that it's simply infotainment, more power to you. But look, I wouldn't be a responsible content creator if I were to tell you to put any stock or serious consideration into astrology-infused crypto predictions. I would not be doing you guys any favors. I would not be doing you any justice. And just because the chick looks good in a bikini doesn't mean I'm going to go easier on what I feel to be is a questionable legitimacy of her content in this space, in this industry. But I didn't even know this was a thing, you guys. To me, this is like almost a parody of itself. To me, this is like it's like the thing that comedy skits are made of, except this is like little David once said on YouTube, is this real life? Is this real life? Is this real life? What is Doge's star sign, Felipe asks. That's a good question. I'm not quite sure. Maybe it's Venus. Maybe it's Venus. Maybe we're supposed to invest in Venus token. Venus is a jam. Venus is a good song, you guys. I don't know if you're familiar with Venus, but both the original and the remake. The original, again, was by a band in the 60s, a psych band in the 60s called The Shocking Blue. They did a really good job with it, and so did Bananarama as well later on in the 80s, which is obvious. 80s is a really long time ago now as well, but yeah, that song is a jam. She's got it. Yeah, baby, she's got it. I'm your Venus. I'm your fire, your desire. The Dogecoin on the mountain top was burning like a silver flame. The bear market came to shop, and it was a big pain. Ow! There you go, guys. There you go. Carol, is that you? Nope, that is not Carol. You know when Carol is here. Give me a break, Ryan Taylor. You know when Carol is here. Because Carol sounds a lot like this. Hey, all you cool cats and kittens.
Hope you've been having a real nice weekend. It's me, your friend, your ally, an advocate of tigers and big claw cats of all natures, Carol.
And Carol is having a pretty spirited rivalry with Joe Exotic because they both have their own cryptocurrencies now. Carol actually's her cryptocurrency's already been around for a bit. It's called
Catcoin. Capital C, capital A, capital T.
So Catcoin is now the default nemesis of T-King coin and token. So I think this sort of rivalry, I would love to see it continue solely on the fact that I find the entire thing completely hilarious. So yeah, how much legitimacy on a scale of 1 through 10 do I give the field of study that the new emerging field of study known as astrological cryptoanalysis? I would give it, for credibility, I would give it a -2. But for entertainment, I would give it a 5. I'd give it a 5. And if it's coming to you via a bikini body, then I would give the entertainment value of astrological cryptoanalysis a 7.5. A 7.5. 8 maybe. Maybe 8 even. Maybe 8 even. Maybe 8 even. All right, next story, guys. Felipe said it would be hilarious if Carol rug pulled Tiger King. I don't know if she can. I mean, she's not like a developer. She's not one of the founders of the project. What she could, I think what you mean is if she bought up tons of the token and then just pulled it out all at the same time. Yeah. That would be, that would be playing for keeps. That'd be some pretty brutal stuff there. Anyway, next story. I saw this came courtesy of Crypto Briefing. Wrote about it today, and I saw Billy post about this earlier. Dogecoin creator Billy Marcus is auctioning a new NFT. The latest NFT in the quote-unquote crappy Dogecoin Doodle series features a hastily drawn Shiba Inu dog. Dogecoin creator Billy Marcus has added a new token to his weekly NFT series titled Crappy Dogecoin Doodles. The series has been published since early June. Marcus has created several other more serious NFT items. The NFTs are minted on the Ethereum blockchain as Dogecoin itself does not have any NFT capabilities. Well, at this time, and that is something we are going to discuss with Ross Nickel. Ross Nickel, yes, is going to be making his triumphant return to Steele Live. I had him once before, months ago, but that was in a Twitter space that I ran. So this was months ago that I had spoken with Ross Nickel, but this time he is making his comeback here on the channel, here live on YouTube, and that is coming up this weekend, this late Friday night, because Ross and I are in a time zone difference. Keep in mind, he is from across the pond and leads conventional responsible people hours, unlike myself. So the time availability that he gave me is around 8-ish in the morning his time. So keep in mind, he's in the United Kingdom, so he's 8 hours ahead. So that means I'm going to be having him on a little before 2 a.m. our time. So it's going to be a late one, but it's going to be well worth it. Ross is hands down one of the more brilliant, fascinating people I have ever had on my show, and he is the man with the plan. He is the predominant Doge Core. He doesn't like to use the word developer, so Doge Core contributor going on right now, and he has been a primary contributor to Dogecoin since 2013. So many times, especially, well, many times, but the only other time I had Ross on the show before, we had learned so much, and we had learned so much new information about Dogecoin and the development of Dogecoin and the future of it that we had not known before. One of the breaking stories that came out of Ross's first appearance on my show was this. He is the person that we first learned why Dogecoin wasn't coming into fruition at Coinbase at the time. Now, Dogecoin hadn't been platformed on Coinbase yet at the time, and Ross said it had nothing to do with developmental issues and developmental hangups. Now, the common narrative at that time for the reason why Dogecoin wasn't on Coinbase, everyone assumed to be a developmental issue. Ross said, no, this has nothing to do with development. That's all been sorted long ago. This is political discrimination against Dogecoin. That's what Ross said, his words. And at that point, our minds were blown. Everybody that was listening to the show live was like, whoa, are you serious? And I clarified with him. And then later on with a different Dogecoin developer, Nick Papadoglio, he later confirmed when I had him on this show, that same thing as well, which to me, it's just moments like that that just make this show just extra interesting, extra fascinating. So let's see here. Will you provide Ross your attempt at a Scottish accent? I don't know, Ryan. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I'll have to think about that one. Let's see here. Anyway, I kind of went on a really long tangent there while talking about this NFT story about Billy Marcus. So Billy Marcus has this series of NFTs he's been releasing and selling, auctioning off, and he calls them crappy Dogecoin doodles. And right now he just released crappy Dogecoin doodles number 5. Today, Marcus announced the 5th token in the series, one that features a hastily drawn Shiba Inu lying on the field for the week. I attempted to draw the Doge with her paws crossed from memory. This was the result, Marcus noted on Rarible. And it's pretty cute. It's pretty cool, but it is kind of a crappy drawing. I wouldn't say that our good friend, Billy Marcus, is the most nuanced kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? Accomplished artist. He's not necessarily a Renaissance artist, but the drawings are pretty endearing and they're pretty cute. I will say that. Anyway, his doodles have become a hit. Marcus began to publish crappy Dogecoin doodles in June, though the doodle was meant to be a test run for more serious NFTs such as capped Dogecoin. Demand was higher than expected, and the token sold for 1,500 times Marcus's asking price. To date, Marcus has created a total of 39 Dogecoin-themed NFTs, with more refined original or digital artwork than others. So Marcus doing pretty well off these. Congrats to him. And frankly, the way things are shaping up around the legacy of Billy Marcus, there's in my opinion, I think there's a pretty decent possibility and probability that auction winners of Billy Marcus's doodles, his NFT doodles, could very well prove to be very savvy investments in terms of appreciating value right away. Immediate appreciating value. So it'll be interesting to see how much we are able to keep up with who some of the winners of Billy Marcus's NFTs are and what kind of market value they are already posed since being bought, and where those market values will be sitting in the near future and distant as well. Exit stage left, says Bankstun. Exit stage left, Ethan. So what is going on, chat? What is going on? So I just had a notification that I can now add one more members only emoji to the chat. So what emoji would you guys like to see added to the chat? I was thinking maybe a big thick slice of Texas toast might be a good emoji addition for the members only emojis, but I am open to your thoughts. Do you guys think that'd be a good idea, or you have something else in mind? Let me know in the chat there. Let me see if I have anything else on the roster here. Oh yeah, I had one other story here that came courtesy of the this website I didn't even know existed, but it's a real website that covers cryptocurrency news exclusively, called the Daily Hodl, the Daily Hold, HODL. The Daily Hold, young investors taking big risks to own Bitcoin and Dogecoin. According to a new UK survey, young British investors are taking large financial risks to get their hands on Bitcoin and Doge, according to a new poll by market research firm Opinium. Opinium surveyed 1,000 United Kingdom citizens between the ages of 18 and 29 years old. The survey's results showed that Bitcoin is the most popular cryptocurrency, with 20% of survey participants claimed they had bought it at some point. The survey notes, however, that young British investors are taking on additional risks to purchase Bitcoin. Among those who invested in Bitcoin, half reported that they turned to debt to fund their investments, with 20% using a credit card, 17% relying on student loans, 16% leverage, another type of loan. Of those who bought the popular meme cryptocurrency Dogecoin, 27% said they used a credit card, 17% said they used student loans, 12% said they used another type of loan to fund the Doge purchase. The research also shows that cryptocurrencies are entering the mainstream as an option for young UK investors. According to this survey, 45% of poll participants claim that their first investments were in crypto, which is nearly twice the number of those who first invested in funds. To 23%, the survey adds that only 18% of young British adults made their maiden investment in the stock market. So basically, they're saying the amount of young people that are investing in cryptocurrencies is over twice as much as it was just the previous year. And what's also notable to me is to the desperate means, not memes, of which young people are going through to acquire a cryptocurrency. I mean, these are very bold actions. Throwing it, use student loans, taking out loans to fund their initial cryptocurrency purchases. Many saying they put it on credit card debt to do so. But it depends. If you're talking about young people that have, let's say you're a young person and you took out a loan of, let's say, $10K and divided it amongst the top three, Bitcoin, Doge, and Ethereum, many people, and traditional financial advisors would certainly say this is very reckless, irresponsible behavior. But to me, nothing's for sure. Everything's a risk in this game. But I think that's a pretty good risk to take, frankly. If you're a young person and you took out a loan to the tune of $10,000, you divided it among Dogecoin, Bitcoin, and Ethereum. If you have the patience, I think all three of those investments will prove to be very, very profitable ones in the long term. Luminal says, I'd rather have 10K in debt in crypto than 80K in student loans. Point taken, and kind of one that I was alluding to, guys. So if you have any other questions for me or anything that you wanted to bring up, feel free to pop it in the chat at this time, guys, because I don't know how much more material I have for you guys tonight. I pretty much covered. Oh, I do have something else I wanted to talk to. There's a couple other things I want to talk to. Actually, I'm looking at my notes here. So BitBoy Crypto is back at it again, you guys. So for those of you who don't know, BitBoy Crypto, I think most of you already know who he is, but he is technically the largest, most popular crypto-centric content creator on the planet. And he is back at it again. He posted this video just yesterday, or maybe it was the day before yesterday. One of the two. He was talking about this while driving. And what was BitBoy Crypto talking about? He was claiming that he asserted that Elon Musk is the largest wallet holder of Dogecoin. And he said it in a matter of fact. And then he said another thing in a matter of fact. He said that Elon for sure will be selling off all his Doge for Bitcoin. And he contended that Elon is just using the Dogecoin community and using Dogecoin to get better leverage and better value for Bitcoin. This is what he claims. To me, this is a very dizzying leap in conclusion for him to make, considering it was just a short time ago, I think about 6 weeks ago, maybe a bit less, where when Elon was embattled with Bitcoin maxis online, and when it was at the apex of that kind of trolling and conflict, BitBoy Crypto called Elon Musk a douchebag and called for his imprisonment. And Alex Becker at the time dovetailed that and seemed to think that was a really good idea. Alex has since seemed to have a change of heart about some of that stuff. He's a really hard guy to gauge. But BitBoy Crypto said Elon called Elon a douchebag and said he belonged in prison. Pretty tough words. Pretty kind of ridiculous, frankly, in my opinion. So he went from thinking that because of Elon being this big negative market influencer to now all of a sudden Elon is also now trying to build up Bitcoin. So just 6 weeks ago, BitBoy Crypto released a explicitly anti Elon video, really kind of taking all of the highlights and talking points from that fake anonymous video that was lambasted about Elon. Do you guys remember that? Yeah, it wasn't from the actual real anonymous. Either way, I don't care if it was or not, it was off. And I actually made a video explaining all the things that were inaccurate about that video. And so now BitBoy is claiming that actually Elon is accumulating all this Doge to sell it, and it's all a big plan to bolster Bitcoin and leave Bitcoin in better positioning, and that's why he's involved with Doge. BitBoy Crypto, this is truly, truly dizzying. So BitBoy Crypto is extremely bullish on Bitcoin. From my understanding, the overwhelming majority of his portfolio is wrapped up in Bitcoin, so it's not that difficult to understand why BitBoy Crypto says the things and levies the kind of tone that he does against both Dogecoin and Elon Musk, right? Both Dogecoin and Elon Musk. And furthermore, he just asserted these things in this video. I actually think it'd be great if Elon owned the largest wallet in Dogecoin. That would just speak volumes about how dedicated he is to the coin and all of that. But the thing is, he just spoke about it like it was already a matter of fact. Like, we don't know that. Nobody knows that Elon is the largest wallet holder of, or even one of the largest wallet holders of Dogecoin. Nobody knows that right now. We have no way of determining that. And then for him to go on and assert another conclusion that Elon for sure is going to sell off his Dogecoin and basically short Doge in the long run in order to bolster Bitcoin. This is irresponsible stuff. This is very irresponsible stuff for the most popular crypto-centric content creator on the planet to be propagating. It's just irresponsible. We have no way of knowing this to be true. He doesn't know. He's not operating on any information or enough data to be able to confirm if this is true. He is merely just asserting this and propagating it to his audience in hopes of his audience's investment behavior will respond to these assertions. Not good. Not good. Now, the good news is the last time BitBoy Crypto came out with a big anti-Elon campaign, it didn't seem to have quite the effect I think that he was hoping for. And in fact, Elon himself ended up responding on Twitter in kind of a smart-ass fashion to kind of alluding to how ridiculous and inaccurate the quote-unquote anonymous video was levied against him. So I don't know. To me, it's amazing to me, and it's astounding to me that here I am, a content creator who works my ass off to give what I feel to be good quality, not only entertainment, but information in this space every single night. And I'm thankful for all 37 of you. Don't get me wrong, all 38 of you right now. But here, BitBoy Crypto is the largest, in more ways than one, crypto-centric content creator on the planet, and he's just propagating absolute falsities that he's just making up. He's literally making up news. He's literally just making up news as he goes along. He's making up news that doesn't exist to in order to make his own portfolio more advantageous. It would seem anyway. It would seem. What we do know is this. We do know that BitBoy Crypto's, the largest part of his portfolio is Bitcoin. So we do know that. So I don't know, guys. It's just I'm just beside myself sometimes. But I'm going to keep grinding away. I'm not letting up. I'm going to keep bringing you guys the truth as unbiasedly as I can anyway. I'm not perfect, but I do try to make a good effort to bring you guys the real deal night after night here on the show. So I'm a Crypto Said Matt had chatted with BitBoy on his show, it wasn't much when It's when Doge was up. Okay, yep, got it. Yeah, I do remember that. That was when Doge was definitely doing better. Mama Crypto says people are starting to wipe up that he's only in it for himself. Who knows? I think more and more people are getting hip to that, but we'll see. The fact is, he is the number one. He is the most popular crypto-centric content creator on the planet. I guess I would describe myself more as crypto-centric because obviously a good chunk of what I do cover is crypto, but it's not just limited to crypto. Those of you who are familiar with my show, I do dabble into other topics and other kinds of guests here and there outside of crypto, where someone like BitBoy Crypto only 100% exclusively deals with content that's crypto. So yeah, guys, I really don't have much more to add tonight unless you guys have any other questions. Audio Frequency is that if you remember a while back, Elon tweeted about the whales needing to sell off. I do remember that. I do remember it. Anyway, guys, it's about 3 a.m. I've been going for a little over an hour here, and I don't know if I have anything more to add. I got through all my notes and things that I wanted to cover. But I want to thank each and every one of you for coming out tonight. I hope you enjoyed this after hours show. I hope you got something out of it. And if you know anyone that would enjoy the show, enjoy this community, feel free to share with them, invite people in. Let's continue to grow this thing out. It's obviously harder to grow a newer channel out. Frankly, it's harder for me right now to do it when the market is depressed and when we're in a bear run. But the thing that I love about this show and I love about the community is we have a great time either way, don't we, guys? We have an awesome time either way. We laugh either way. We keep it interesting, fun, and a little weird either way. And I'm going to keep bringing that vibe and bringing the fun and also bringing you substantive information with that fun, whether the market is up, whether it's down. We're going to keep right on going on and keeping the party going strong, keeping the channel going strong, keeping the great content going strong. And don't forget this. We got 2 guests, actually. I'm glad I thought of it before I got off the air because I got 2 guests coming through later this week, one on Thursday night and one on Friday night. So Thursday night, I'm having a special guest that's never been on the show before. It will be her first time on the show. So you don't want to miss that. Her name is Sadaf Jadran. And she is from, she's an Australian as well. And she's pretty seasoned in crypto and stocks and investments. And she's just she's a very sharp woman that I think will be a really fun, interesting guest to have on the show. So don't miss that. She'll be my featured guest on this Thursday night at 9:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, and then Friday later in the night. So make sure you get your coffee or your chocolate or your green tea, whatever gives you that extra pep in your step and that extra alertness. Get it in your system that night because you got to stay up late to be on live on the air with Ross Nickel. You don't want to miss that. That's going to be very late on an after hours edition of Steve Steele Live on Friday night. So Sadaf Jadran is going to be my special guest on Thursday night, and then Ross Nickel on late after hours edition of Steve Steele Live on Friday night. And then I think Nick Balls will be back co-hosting with me tomorrow. So we should be back with Dogecoin millionaire Nick Balls tomorrow night. Guys, thanks so much for tuning in, and spread the word about this channel and this community. And thanks so much, guys. I hope you had fun. I know I did. Until next time, this is Steven Steele. signing out.
Just the bees and birds, the summer hay.